Oh,
Are we back? We're back. Come on now.
testing. Not loud enough. All right. That may not be good enough. We're going with a regular microphone. Walmart mic, I think, on its last leg.
Testing. Yeah, there we go. We'll turn down my volume a little bit. Testing, testing. Yeah, we're just gonna turn that all the way down. The gain. Testing. Ooh, that's going into the red. I think that's better. Well, this Walmart mic is useless. So, welcome back to Ace Attorney. So, what do you mean the gain's very high? I have that at 0. Is that any better? Hello. That's saying it's louder. What does that sound like on my end? What does that sound like on my end? Yeah, it's still a little poppin'. Yeah, it's still a little poppin'. Okay, so this is gonna be a fun stream, I can already tell. Sound issues galore. Once my tax return comes in, I can get a better mic. But until now, we're gonna be using the shit one. I hope that sneeze didn't pick up on microphone. So, on to the recap. Last time on Ace Attorney, we investigated the death of the doctor, whose name I don't remember, because he was kind of an asshole. We learned that Pearl, Maya's cousin, she broke a vase. We learned someone died in a car crash with some music that I actually really like. And finally, we broke all the psyche locks. Yeah, him. You. I don't like him very much. Readjusting my blanket. Oh, that might actually be the problem. I'm not under my blanket this time. Okay, let's see if that's any better. We'll turn on my air conditioner. All right. So, oh yes, and finally, we broke Nia's psyche locks on the last case and learned the killer might be someone very close to her, which is extra fucked up. But overall, I think it's time to start. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the final trial. Oh, something I should explain. The last game, we had like a few 3-day trials. Those are the only 3-day trials in the entire series. Everything else from now on is the max, or is at most 2 days. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 3. Only the dead. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? She's what? Exactly. Oh, she's 18. Interesting. Just like me? Yeah. Definitely didn't learn that a few minutes ago. Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. Yeah, I fucking feel the whip burn from yesterday. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, I'm sure she felt a lot of her pressure from her father's reputation. You know what that means. You know who else? And, well, you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. I'm just a little goblin. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, good morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mr. Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show us support. Yeah. That's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today, and what? Please. It's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. I'm not a good enough lawyer for this. Mrs. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please. Can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright. I'll do it. I'll do it just for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. Thanks goodness. Nick? This way, Pearl won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? Ooh, yeah. Okay. So this is one of Phoenix Wright's very few W's. We're pretty sure Pearl's mom is the culprit.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool, wearing the foolish clothes. I forgot to breathe. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who's never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women are scary when they fight. Gulp.
There's enough misogyny in the courtroom for today. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's trial.
Oh yeah. They should do that. However, Manfred is dead. So, we don't have to worry about talking about him again. Or meeting with him again. That the defendant could have left the channeling. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct?
Yes? And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been.
True. Yeah, they should differentiate between them. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin.
Alright, let's hear it.
Penis. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? Von Karma is the successor of Von Karma.
But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying that then the person in this picture is not the defendant?
I never said that wasn't the defendant.
Then what is the meaning of this?
All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. The vroom vroom, if you will. And I believe that is when she dropped this key.
Can you substantiate your claim?
Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Witness, can I have some of that drink? Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay, and I'm a spirit medium in a manner of speaking.
I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a manner of speaking?
I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then.
Spirit severing technique?
A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world, that is.
Yes, that is...
You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you're performing this technique, correct? Yes. That is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room.
What?
And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. The chamber.
Order! 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 Miss Fay, please testify to the court what happened during that time.
Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial.
Maya's escape.
After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. She pistol whipped me over the head and then quite suddenly she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I do not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. Where is my phone? She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
My aunt is very My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony.
Maya's escape.
After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber.
Hold it.
Who are those two you were talking about? Just now you said those two. Oh my god, I was joking. Who are the two people you were referring to?
I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Are you okay?
Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks.
Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English. Not to mention she looked awful.
I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot.
In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright.
Oh, thanks.
What did you do after that, Miss Fay?
I request that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Oops.
Was it really necessary to have two people do something as so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind.
Yes, that is a very good point.
At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another.
Another what, madame?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself.
I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of that room?
I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and the Catwoman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Uh-oh!
Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay.
This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us.
Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay?
Please continue.
A pistol was hanging from Mr. Myers' hand, and she was in a daze.
During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement?
I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie.
You lied? In court? People really just fucking do that? But why would you lie about something like that?
It's very painful for me to say this. However, the witness was lying to cover up for the defendants.
She was covering for Maya? So, you were covering for the defendants?
Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. The renegade Mr. Meyer had done something very unexpected.
Something unexpected? What? Pray tell, did she— No!
This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later.
Yes, very well.
Why does it suddenly feels like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach?
Now, witness, continue with what's happened. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room.
Was it really that easy for her to escape from you?
I'm ashamed to admit that such a thing, however. Yes. She conjured the spirit of a fucking WWE wrestler. I stood no chance.
But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendants. There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily.
Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey.
Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
What the fuck? Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called.
But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away?
Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while.
You fainted?
I became dizzy, and then collapsed onto the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy Witness, elaborate on that point for us.
I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that.
Is that because you were unconscious?
Why, yes.
Yes, I completely agree. It quite literally was not Maya at the time. However, it was her body. So the court doesn't give a shit, unfortunately.
Why, yes.
Great. Well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went.
I would think that's quite obvious, good sir.
If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all?
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. Fuck ass. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness.
That's enough. No more arguing in the comment section. I'm not listening. I do not see it. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the channeling chamber.
I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Yes, that is exactly where no!
Be quiet, you! Now then, what the escapee has done and what she had gone to speak to a certain person. She went to speak with someone?
Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Innie Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Innie Miney. I think you can see where this is headed. A witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is, Innie Miney. I'm, researching, parapsychology stuff at the, university.
What is this parapsychology?
Let's see. It's I guess, most people call it occult stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means.
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Miney, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
For the whole love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. After the murder. When the channeling started, I was, sleeping in the side room. A little later, someone came into the room, really suddenly. It was oh my god, totally my sister. I, hadn't seen her in, so long. I was so happy in, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible.
Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying that person you encountered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor? My favor still in the middle of channeling at the time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yes. Mimi Miney, she was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is
A witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course.
Miss Meany, please.
My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was, like, no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Eenie?
She took her revenge.
It wasn't my affair, it was this woman's sister.
Oh, so Maya's innocent.
I didn't say that.
Are you sure that's what she said?
Oh, yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor?
No. I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end.
And that is the end of Phoenix Wright. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all those ends are accounted for.
This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spots out more foolish and foolish trouble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. After the murder. Like, when the channeling just started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I think there was sesame seeds like in the lunch they served that day. I had this like premonition that it was going to be a totally seedy day. Yes, indeed.
I see.
Am I the only one that missed the boat here?
Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping?
Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly.
Do you know the time?
Like, maybe a little before 11 a.m., something like that, I think.
11 a.m.
Yeah, like, my stomach is totally ready for, like, food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when the someone came into your room. Oh, so, like, that's what you were meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness about this person who enters the side room. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess. You guess. Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. More than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer.
Well, Mr. Smith?
The defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, the witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Minnie Mae? I hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But like, maybe if I was like someone who didn't know about like the occult, but I like know all about the Quran channeling technique. The point is, the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like, she said what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? No. Question further. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But... Oh! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase, objection? Could you try using that once in a while?
Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister isn't really that important.
It is very important. It is very important. Although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
All right, Miss Wright. Miss Meany, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. I wasn't like scared at all, and like her costume looked like totally normal. So, there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, nothing was like weird. Mia's talking to herself, like she found something wrong. That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on? My sister, she, like, totally told me something, like, totally terrible. Uh-oh. You meant to cross-examine that. Really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. But I have to see the clown. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up, but don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. Like when the channeling started, like a little later, it was like, oh my god, I wasn't like scared at all. My sister, she like told something terrible. What was this thing she told you? Huh? Like, didn't I just like tell you about it? Did you like forget already? A foolish fool who foolishly see full of brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I ask to hear the story again? I'm sorry, but could I hear this story one more time? Like, sure, no problem. I'll even, tell it all spooky-like for you. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Eenie? How's that?
It was a little scary.
I'm sorry, maybe I put too much spookiness into it. I know there has to be something here I can use, but where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's skip the dialogue. When the channeling started, I was, sleeping. A little later, it was, totally my sister. Her costume, looked totally normal. Normally, I was supposed to look at that photo. That was a very well-spun line, Miss Eenie. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Meanie, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Well, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if you saw someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray! Miss Meanie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat.
Order! Order! Miss Meanie, what is the meaning of this? Miss Meanie?
I'm thinking! Don't interrupt me! And what are you stammering about, Your Honor?
Well,
Hey, witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry, I, didn't mean to snap. Now hurry up with the testimony.
if you please.
The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be. The side room was, kind of dark, you know. So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, persuaded my sister that it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood.
You think? Thanks, Gramps.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness.
After the murder, part 2. The side room was, kind of dark, you know. So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. The side room was kind of dark. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more of subjective than Miss Mimi's? You're such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Like, okay. Ugh, can't breathe. Let me out of here. So, like, the costume is like purple, right? The blood is like totally blended in. You didn't see the blood. Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, Are you gonna tell me that you didn't notice the gun either? I thought it was a dildo. I, like, totally did it. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue. And I, like, persuaded my sister that it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, like at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with a whip at the ready. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know. May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of the place? Something out of the place, huh? Like, what do you mean? When you were in the side room. I'm talking about when you were in the side room, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. What should I do? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. Just give up already, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I wonder if I put too much faith in Edie's ability to do anything with that brain. It's no good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statements, he'll end the trial. I know. We have to give it another shot. Doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know. So, like, the costume, like, purple, right? The blood, like, totally blended in. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that point? I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court.
Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is of all that important?
It's very important. I ask because it's very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this.
Very well. Miss Maney, if you will, please include a testimony about this in your testimony.
Like, I don't get why, but okay. I didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. Try to remember that time. Oh, I remember. I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a dead end. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. It's no good. Can't find anything wrong. I can. You didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. Fuck. Your Honor, I'm a lawyer. That statement contradicts the evidence.
It does? I don't see anything contradictory.
Huh? Really?
Objection denied. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright.
Whoops! That didn't go well. I didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. Incorrect. Who you should have seen is this little girl. You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible. What do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happened that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Garden? Yup. Which means anyone walking through the area would have to see her. So, Miss Meanie, what do you have to say to that? As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead, so she was leading her sister at the time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous. It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What sort of foolish? There's no way someone walking along the winding way could not have noticed Pearl. Pearl, I'm so fucking sorry. This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot. What is this going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it. That's why. She did what?
She broke the urn.
No! Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. Yeah, that's what you have to do.
And Pearl.
And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Meanie. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work, putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Meanie. You are a masterful liar.
Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say.
One who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Meanie, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? There is no way. Your lies end here. What are you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here.
A contradiction? Where is this contradiction?
Help me, Mia. I may have overreached on this one. Is there really a contradiction somewhere? Don't worry. You're on the right path, Phoenix. It might be a little hard for you to see the contradiction, but it's there. So just this once, do you want me to help you out?
Yes! Please, I need your help right now.
Oh, hold on. First, calm down, Phoenix. You're crying. Good. That girl, she slipped up with her words. Her words? If she really was in the side room the entire time, then she just testified about something she shouldn't have any knowledge of.
And what is that?
Rest is for you to figure out on your own.
Mr. Wright, what is your answer?
Okay, time to add another bluff to the pile.
The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because clearly there is a contradiction here.
A contradiction? Where is this contradiction?
It's in her testimony just now. Early in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statements. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know. It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Meanie, how did you know that fact? How? I can see that Miss Faye was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did, in fact, go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by the way of the winding way. Ah!
Look at the Manor Guide map.
Okay, so before we continue, I'm gonna put my compressor a little lower, because things are about to get intense. Let's try that. Let's try a little higher. There we go.
If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way.
Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off a baseless assumption, if you please. Then I suppose since you put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. So now is the time to prove it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place?
I'm glad you asked. She was in the channeling chamber. Miss Miney was here, of course.
But that's the channeling chamber.
Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime.
Order! 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 That's why that's... Oh!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the channeling chamber when the channeling started.
Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Simple. Miss Eenie Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Behind the folding screen. Here, of course.
Behind a folding screen?
Ah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone's hanging around back behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk! Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slime ball!
Now, Mr. Miney, one so young as you shouldn't be saying.
Shut it, Gramps! As if you know exactly how old I am!
I'm sorry.
Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Miss Me, how were you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Ah! That tiny little box? No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from it from me in it. But that closing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime?
No. I can't. Yes, I can with some evidence. And now, I present a piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid! As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing!
What this? What on earth?
I don't have time for you to sit there surprised! Hurry up and say it already!
There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground!
A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before?
The folding screen. It had the hole at the same height.
That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen. Which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Me, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Ben Shapiro.
Order! Order! What are you saying?
Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Miney. You were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey.
To masquerade as Maya Fey?
She had a plan from the very beginning. She would kill Ben Shapiro and pin the blame on my client. No! No! Stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved into the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do that all by herself. Correct. It's not possible. It really is impossible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. No! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait! Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Miss Meanie, you had an accomplice. Buck.
The accomplice was... Any thoughts, Miss Von Karma?
I don't even want to waste the energy to raise my whip. His lady friend can deal with him. Really, Phoenix, you even got Miss Karma to give up on you too. Two? As in, me too. Fuck. Oh. Okay, I'll think more carefully this time. Miss Meanie, you had an accomplice. This person. If it wasn't from someone from Karayan Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fey!
Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier?
What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Shapiro with your own two hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent, which definitely went unnoticed. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Then, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened.
Unexpected?
Yes. Dr. Shapiro was not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Shapiro and shot him clean in the fucking forehead.
After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room?
Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood and pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here.
What is one supposed to say?
This is the real truth behind this murder.
Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Ah!
Oh, you simple-minded fools. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time?
Miss Von Karma? Surely.
Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix writes, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is? As if this witness is the real murderer. Why would she go through all this trouble? Huh?
working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole art. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? That's... Yeah, right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eeny Miny want to kill Dr. Shapiro? There's her motive. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive.
A motive. That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is the reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? Your Honor, I would like to present evidence. Have you met Dr. Gray? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. Because he was Dr. Gray.
Is this a word search? I'm having a tough time finding the word motive.
Oh, my breathing's becoming labored.
My eyesight is failing me. Makes you not want to get old, doesn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
I've got to take my time and think carefully about this.
Phoenix, think back. What kind of axe would Eenie have to grind with Dr. Gray? There's only one reason, right?
Only one. A motive. That's... I can't say she has no motive here. The reason you wanted Dr. Gray is dead is this.
Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright.
Just great. Now even she's calling me by my full name.
Do you really think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death?
Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself.
Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Ray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say that I wanted to take revenge based on nothing?
What do you mean by that?
Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, it's like the guy that thought the spirit thing was like Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know.
She's back to her airhead persona.
However, you see... Oh! Pathetic Mr. Phoenix Wright. You fail to support your own theory. Your Honor, I would like to chop his balls off. The end.
I think we have ourselves an answer. Mr. Phoenix writes, what Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there's no reason for Miss Morganfay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive piece of evidence to demonstrate your points.
So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. See, it's as I told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie.
Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eeny Mighty.
Hold it! Your Honor, please allow the defense 1 more minute.
All right.
You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And there's also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason?
Can I really do this? Yes, I can. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive.
Too bad, you're too late. My cross-examination has already ended after all. Yow! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side! Yay! Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you're my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way!
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait a second here.
This case goes on a little longer than one would believe if you thought we were close to the end. Oh god, we might not see the clown today.
Is it really true about my aunt?
I'm afraid so, Maya. I'm afraid there's no way Eni could have killed Dr. Shapiro by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan.
That's terrible. Why would my aunt?
Everything's going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Miss Von Karma!
Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Looking down on me, even though we're the same age.
Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering.
Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know your defeat.
But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back.
Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. Then we'll know who the real winner is.
Oh, I thought she was going to drop the line there. No, it must be the next case.
Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Can you prove Miss Eni Miney had a motive?
Yes, I believe I can. How the fuck am I going to prove her motive? Eni Meanie and Dr. Gray had only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Meanie, please testify to the court about your car accident last year.
Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past.
Miss Miney, if you please.
Okay, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... That was, my last year in May. Something really bad happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and then, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away.
I think I've heard of this incident.
There's all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year.
Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Shapiro drugging your sister?
No. Those were merely rumors.
Totally baseless gossip.
Yes, Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Shapiro did in fact drug Miss Meany's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work from this from another angle.
That was like last year in May. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, like that was in May too. Like the thing with all the patients dying was like May 2nd, and like our accident was like on the 24th.
2 accidents back to back.
Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was like totally tired, so that's why, duh. Like something really bad had happened like around my sister's clinic around there.
That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct?
Yeah.
What was the cause of the mistake?
Like, I heard it was cause the medicines, like, got mixed up.
Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Miney?
Like, no way. Dr. Shapiro, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with the matter here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Miney's fault.
Which means as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Mining is the one who made the mistake.
But, like, it really wasn't my sis. And, like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving.
She was totally tired? You mean exhausted?
Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation.
It's no wonder then the car accident happened, huh?
So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about?
I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her.
True. Ah, but like, I was EP, so I don't, like, have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney.
Miss Miney, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay. Anyway. I was, like, totally pooped, too, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat.
The accident happened at night, correct?
Yeah, like, it was at, like, 1 a.m. or so, I think. I had, like, a paper due, like, really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept and was working, like, really hard.
Yes, you do. You drove here. To be fair, Phoenix didn't drive here either. He canonically does not have a driver's license.
So it was because the two of you were so tired that the accident happened. I, like, woke up because of a jolt and it was like a sea of flames around me.
And your sister? What happened to her?
You're really gonna fucking ask me that? I didn't see her. The car was, like, totally black and there was, like, a ton of smoke. I, like, totally had, like, no clue what was going on. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away. Fuck.
Please tell us about your escape in more detail.
I like, kept wanting to forget that time. So, like, I don't remember things about the accident in, like, detail anymore.
Well, that's a shame. It's alright, no need to push yourself.
I think I, like, gave an interview after the accident. Like, that would probably be the most accurate, you know.
If it's that article, then I've already got it.
I, like, didn't have my license, so I couldn't take over driving for her.
And that's why you were in the passenger seat?
Like, yeah. I was, like, at my college's research lab till, like, really late. So my sis was, like, giving me a ride home.
I see. Phoenix.
Yes?
You can't do this. You're being too easy on her. There's gotta be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony.
Yes. Let's find that one crushing contradiction and end this. I was like last year in May. Something bad happened. I woke up. I opened the door. I didn't have my license. Fuck. That was last year in May. Nope, not here. There we go. Ma'am, we have your license photo. Miss Meanie, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license.
What is the meaning of this, Miss Mighty?
Well, that's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What are you talking about, that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake. Oh! No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What in the...
That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Mighty did not have the driver's license. Oh.
No! Cry in my whip will accommodate.
Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers.
I'm like glad you get it, but she must have at least had a fucking learner's permit. How old was her sister? Your Honor, I'm calling horseshit. Like, even if I had my license, I don't think my sis would let me drive. Yo! Don't just stand there to yourself. Not you too, Mia, with the whip and the pain and the ow. How did you get a whip? Miss Meanie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because...
I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Mighty, if you please.
Like, how annoying. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to be mean. I wouldn't be allowed. Around that time, I was, really close to getting my license. My sis was, this totally big fan of cars and, really valued them. She, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, that's why I ended up in this passenger seat that night, too.
A noob. I can't say I've heard that word since around 2000. I see. The bright red sports car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness.
I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but I wouldn't be allowed. Around the time I was, really close to getting my license. So, what do you mean by really close? I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, fucking learner's permit. Permits? Wow, the big name lawyer boy doesn't even know what driver's permit is. This lawyer never had a permit. Wow! Ignorance is to be whipped! What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, may I continue? My sis was, this totally big fan of cars and, really valued them. She valued cars. How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, a drop of rain, and, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage, ever? Why did she take such special care of the car? How can you even say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car? Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I would think the car is getting dirty is just another fact of life, but... Ooh. This hits hard for me. I haven't washed my car in a few, months. I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright?
Well, Miss Mighty, what kind of car was it?
She, like, had gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. It was a new car? Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK.
The UK. Were those our boyfriend's initials?
It was a really special model. We had waited a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be obvious next topic. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor.
Yes?
Please have the witness append what she said to her testimony.
You mean the part about it being a special import car?
Yes.
Well, if you like cars that much, then...
That's not my point. But to be honest, I don't know what the point is either.
Miss Mighty, will you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever. Why, this new car was like a totally special model from England. I yelled, "Hold it," pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. So yes. What am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive and their driver's seat is opposite to ours here in the States. It would seem that there's no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing is kind of goofy, isn't it? You! What do you know? That silly shape, the further the way it starts, then the smooth handling, the raw feeling of manual transmission, the cool breeze of AC! Forgive me. Her personality really changes at the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. She, like, would say things like, "No way am I getting a noob to drive my car." Was your sister good at driving? No. She was, like, totally awesome. She, like, said she was going to be the, like, racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow I think she bumped my question off track again. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. And that's when the accident occurred, correct? Like, yeah. I, like, immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled, like, in a daze.
Sounds like you had a terrifying time.
There's something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony, but we have to attack it. By doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to. Do you really think so? Believe. There's a path. I know it. You almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. Can I examine this? I cannot examine that. I can check this. That's the one. Miss Meanie, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it, but I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Your Honor. Which side is the passenger seat? To the left or to the right?
Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side.
That would be if it were an American car. That would be the opposite in a British car. Are you fucking British?
Opposites.
The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Ah!
What do you mean by this?
Miss Meanie, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Ah!
Order! Order in the court! Order! Ow!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Edie said the person who was driving it was her older sister, Minnie Miney.
That is what Eni said, yes. But that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumption.
Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder.
If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni or Mimi? Who was really driving that night? The correct answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive.
But you just said the witness, Miss Edie Miney, was the one in the driver's seats.
Which leads us to the next question.
The next question?
Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now?
What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is...
I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is Mimi Miney. Mimi Miney. That is your real name.
Of all the foolish dribble! Then how do you explain her appearance?
This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial recognition, the surgeons used a picture.
Facial reconstruction surgery.
This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister.
No!
But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident.
That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case.
Then, the body they found at the crash sites.
That was the body of the real Eni Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney?
That car accident 1 year ago.
The one who died that night was Eni Miney. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Eni. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence.
Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
What do you mean? Ah!
What is the meaning of this nonsense?
Dr. Shapiro wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible because Mimi Miney was still in fact alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been concluded. So this witness had to stop that from happening at all costs.
And that's why she had to kill Dr. Gray? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Shapiro had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed.
Well, Miss Eni, I mean Miss Von Karma.
Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close.
But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister?
I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of this.
That's about some malpractice incidents.
Dr. Shapiro was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right. The person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister.
The timing couldn't have been worse.
14 patients dying in that incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear.
I found a way out for myself, to escape from it all.
The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister.
Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination.
That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo-jumbo?
Becoming Eni has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it! I hate it all!
I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as... Why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? Why did Miss Morganfay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fey.
This is preposterous! I'm perfect! Me, Francisco von Karma!
I'm gonna enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's gonna be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is.
Ow! Oh, ow! Ow! And one more for good measure! Phoenix! Phoenix! Are you there? Phoenix! This court is a fraud! A sham!
Now then, it looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains alive. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty.
Oh, he's dead!
That is all. This court is adjourned.
June 22nd, 313, District Court Defendant, Lobby Number 3. Pearl will be channeling me for the rest of the game.
Congratulations, Maya. Sis!
Fuck yeah.
It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right.
There's still one thing I don't quite get.
What's that?
What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then, you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. She had a plan down to the smallest detail.
Nick!
Congrats, Maya.
Thanks! Looks like you bailed me out of another jam.
Well, you know.
But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me. Tell me why my Aunt Wynn did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Miney with a plan like that? I don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be?
Nick, please, I need an answer.
The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... Okay, don't present the wrong thing this time.
It was because of this asshole!
Pearly?
4 years from now, a new master will be born into the Kurain village. And that person will be you, Maya.
And?
But if you weren't there, the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then?
The Branch family. My aunt.
No. Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearls.
Ah!
Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearls would become the next master.
Yeah, I can see that.
Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell 13.
My precious Pearl, you are the only one suitable to be master of Kurain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That's Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come.
Episode 2, Reunion and Turnabouts. The end. Turnabout, Episode 3, Turnabout Big Top. Fuck. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a man who has mastered the wonder of flight.
Prepare for trouble.
The world's greatest magician, the one, the only, Maximilian Galactica. Holy shit! Solve the case.
Wow. So, that was like being in a dream. I hadn't even caught my breath yet. That was amazing, wasn't it, Pearly? It was great. There's the dancing bear, a tiger that jumped through a ring of fire, an elephant that rolled a giant ball. Not to mention the guy who flew through the air. Yeah, Maximilian Galactica. He was absolutely fabulous. Huh? What? Max? Maximilian Galactica, the world's greatest magician. Magic Kin? Ace Kin? No, a magician. Miss Nick?
Huh? What is it, Pearls?
Does magic have to do anything with, channeling the spirits?
I don't think it has to do anything with channeling. You don't know about magic, do you, Pearls?
I'm sorry.
I braved the winter cold and took Pearls to see the circus. I'm her dad now. It's been 6 months since that terrible incident in Kurain village. And it was during that trying time that I met Pearls. Thankfully, she seems to be recovering from it and is returning to her normal self.
Ah, it's time to go. You're right. We can't miss the last train.
Pearls, you remember the train?
Of course I did. But I don't really understand what everyone means by express train. Well, Nick, see you later. I'll come by to help clean up the office. It's got to be spotless for the new year.
Don't worry about it. Really.
Going to visit Mr. Nick on New Year's? Maybe. I'm glad you will get to spend your New Year's with a special someone. Pearly! Look, it's time to go. Happy New Year, Mr. Nick.
Happy New Year. I really hope it'll turn out that way.
December 28th, a man has been murdered.
Well, today wraps it up for this year. I hope we can finish cleaning this place up in one day. Fuck. Hello, this is Wright and Cola.
Nick, it's terrible!
Oh, Maya, perfect timing. Things are terrible here too.
Huh?
The office is a terrible mess, and I have to clean it up.
What are you talking about?
My dirty office? What are you talking about?
Listen, Nick, you have to turn on the TV!
The TV. Now let's check in at the scene. Huh, what happened? Thank you. We're here at the Big Berry Circus. The Big Berry Circus has become the center of a sensational murder. The scene has created quite a stir among the throngs of excited onlookers. The very big circus.
That's the circus we went to, right?
They're saying that there was a murder.
Yeah, they arrested him too!
Arrested who?
Max! They arrested Max Galactica!
Maximilian Galactica. Fans call him Max. A popular magician who can fly through the sky at will. Maya said that she was a huge fan of Max.
Alright, Nick, I'll see you in 2 hours at the detention center.
Huh? What?
See you there! You still got plenty of time to clean up your office later.
What? Fuck! Alright. Hello, Charlie. Charlie, a quite decorative plant. I wouldn't mind his help cleaning up this place up.
What are they talking about? Why did they arrest Max?
You're asking the wrong man on that one, Maya. Maybe he used his magical skills to deal death with a sleight of hand?
Maximilian Galactica would never do such a thing.
Fabulous. What the young lady said was absolutely fabulous. What a clever girl. Such a fabulous understanding of events.
What's with all this fabulous talk?
Ah! Welcome to the visitor's room.
It's Max! Nick, look! It's the real Maximilian Galactica!
All right, sweetie. Pick a card. Any card.
Through the glass?
He called me sweetie, Nick.
Time's running out, sweetie. Pick a card, any card.
This one.
I thought you would pick that one, sweetie. Hooah! The Ace of Hearts.
Ah, he got it. Nick, look, he got it.
What can I say, sweetie? You've stolen one of my most valued possessions. One of Maximilian Galactica's hearts.
Max.
Well, time to make this an absolutely fabulous time.
Max, you should let Nick pick a card.
I want to steal one of his hearts. And you are? Oh, how silly of me. You must be the sweetie's driver. Her driver. Whatever, hurry up and pick a card, any card. I want that one. So, sweetie, let's be honest here. You came to this visitor's room to visit me, didn't you?
Yes, I'm your biggest fan.
Hooah! Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. Hey, what about my card? Think of it as a souvenir. Well, Nick.
Well, Nick, I think it's time to get to work.
What's the matter?
What's the matter, Nick? Forgetting your voices? Why are you looking at the ceiling?
I was just thinking about what I should have for lunch. Sweetie, drop porcupine head over there. Shower me with your attention, okay?
Oh, yes.
Wah! Absolutely fabulous! Absolutely cringe-inducing. Okay.
Max, I was hoping you could tell me a little bit about yourself.
Wah! Fabulous! I think we should get to know each other better too. Why don't you come sit next to me?
There's a big piece of security glass between us.
Oh, sweet Jeebus, what in the world? Only I could use magic, then I could make this wall disappear. What is this guy talking about? Anyway, lately, you've become awfully famous, haven't you, Max? That's Maximilian to you, Porcupine Head. Get it straight. Jeez, people nowadays, they get their panties on a bunch over nothing. Anyways, Maximilian, you won a very prestigious award, recently, did you not? I did indeed. It was fabulous. I won the Magician's Grand Prix, and by the Association of International Magicians. It's an award that recognizes that I am the most fabuloso of fabulous world magicians. There was a trophy and a bust. It was it was an amazing day.
Wow, that's incredible.
Isn't it? I'm certifiably the greatest magician in the world. I'm gonna guess he didn't win a trophy for the most modest magician. The very big Barkus.
You're signing an exclusive contract with a very big circus, correct?
That's the long and short of it. You should do your research, sweetie. I'm impressed. You can't just watch a magician on TV, you know. Magic is so fabulous. You have to see it with your own eyes, sweetie.
You're right. You're so right.
However, the circus is a dinosaur. A thing of the past. Nowadays, no one even cares about what goes on there.
Huh? What do you mean?
That's why I signed the contract. That's why you signed the contract? Thanks to me, the Very Big Circus is fabulously popular. People come out in droves to catch a glimpse of the magic of Max Galactica. I revived the dinosaur that is the circus. But to me, it was just another magic trick. Isn't it just wonderful, sweetie?
Yes.
I made all those old crusty circus performances obsolete.
But I kind of like the circus performances.
Maya looks a bit down. What happened? Tell me what happened at the Very Big Circus. Last night. The ringmaster was murdered.
The ringmaster? You mean Russell Berry?
Someone smashed him over the head, I hear. He was slumped over the ground. Even though it was the middle of the night, the police presence was fabulous. The police questioned me at length.
Questioned you about what?
About everything. I was the last one to see the ringmaster before he was murdered. I saw him last evening in his room.
So, why were you arrested?
Because I murdered him. Arrested? Don't make an anthill into a mountain, sweetie. They just wanted to consult with me on matters, that's all.
Nick! I don't think Max understands how serious this is.
She's right. I think I should shock him back to reality. Before the murder, you met with the ringmaster.
Uh-huh.
What did you talk about?
Things that aren't for your ears.
Maya, would you please ask him?
What did you talk about with the ringmaster, Max?
It was nothing, small talk really. We were just having a chat about my salary.
Salary?
I'm the one bringing in the crowds. I think I should be compensated as such. You agree, don't you?
Yes. That's all you talked about?
Of course! It was a fabulous chance. I sentence you to the chain dimension.
Just fabulous. Oh! Now he's got me saying it.
What's the matter, Nick? You look all bent out of shape.
Oh, that's right, she can't see them. Hey, I'm a lawyer.
What is that badge? Is it used in a disappearing act?
Yes, as in you are disappearing into jail. I'm not a magician, Max. I'm an attorney.
An attorney? Then why are you wasting your time talking to me?
He isn't wasting his time, Max. You're...
Okay, relax, sweetie. You're just a little over-anxious, I think. Anyway, I've been curious about something, for a little while now.
What's that?
Why do you keep looking at me with such a sad look on your face, sweetie?
Because you've been arrested for murder!
Oh, that'd be ignorance. They wouldn't arrest someone like me.
Why is that?
Hooah! Obviously, because I'm the fabulous Maximilian Galactica.
So?
I'm the very big star of the very big circus.
And that means...
I'm rich. I'm paid fabulous sums.
Which means what?
Max!
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, you're serious. Quit joking around, you've got to be pulling my magic wand. The police aren't really serious about all of this, are they?
They don't arrest people as a joke.
Look at Max, he's crushed.
Well, he needed to wake up and smell the coffee. This is serious business. Yes?
Fuck you. I mean, sir. You're a lawyer, right?
Huh? Oh yeah, I'm an attorney.
Please help me! I didn't kill nobody! Didn't kill nobody?
I may be more spoiled than a hog in a hamburger mud pit, but a killer? That's insane. I could never.
Max?
I swear. I just wanted to pay off my daddy's debt. He's back on the farm.
Okay, I'll take your case.
Really?
Really?
Oh, thank you much. Y'all sure are nice folks.
Max?
Yeah?
What's your real name?
It's Billy Bob Johns.
What's the matter, Maya?
He's really just a country bumpkin.
Yeah.
Okay. I must apologize for not being my obviously fabulous sense just now, sweetie.
Huh?
Mr. Attorney,
Yes.
a few minutes ago you took one of my cars, didn't you?
Now that he mentions it, I did take a card.
It was the Ten of Hearts, right?
How? He got it right. Again.
What can I say? You too. You've stolen some of my most valued possessions. 10 of Maximilian Galactica's hearts.
You're sure to have a lot of hearts, don't you?
I'm putting my faith in you, sweetie.
He didn't just call me sweetie, did he?
All right, let's make this an absolutely fabulous case. Come on, Nick.
Okay. The circus entrance. December 28th.
We're here again.
Yep, but this time, we're here for work. Fuck. It hasn't been that long since the crime, so the police are still on the scene.
Let's find someone who might know something about what happened.
Sounds like a plan. Those streamers do a nice job introducing the circus performance.
Maximilian Galactica and his comical comrades.
You know, you don't really see too many streamers nowadays, do you?
You're right. I haven't seen one in ages. I bet they stopped using them due to little kids climbing up to the top.
I don't think that was why. Now's your cue to laugh. December 28th, Lodging House Plaza. This seems to be the dorm where all the performers in the circus stay.
Really? So we might run into that stoogey clown here, right?
I better ping everyone.
At everyone, we are on the clown case. I'll be finished in just a second.
You're so kooky.
It's you two.
It's you two.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
How do you guys always seem to know when I'm working a crime scene, pal?
Because you're always working, Detective.
Well, I'd rather not always be working. But with crime, you don't make your own hours, pal. If I had to be at the circus anyway, I don't want to see a lion tamer on the tightrope. However, no matter where I go, the show is always the same. Dead body, stage left.
Nick, he complained!
That's a rarity. Let's get back to business now, okay? Do you know who will be the prosecutor in court tomorrow?
You'll never fucking guess. Of course. It'll be Miss Von Karma.
She isn't gonna hit me with her whip again, is she?
What do you have to worry about? You only have to see her in court. When she shows up at the precinct, the sound of that whip never ends, pal.
Detective Gumshoe. I'm sure Ms. Von Karma's really interesting and all, but there's someone else I'd rather talk about.
Like who?
Like Mr. Edgeworth, of course. You know, Nick's true rival, Miles Edgeworth. What in the world happened after I went back home?
Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't heard what happened to him?
Nick won't tell me.
Well, to be honest, I'm not at liberty to tell you either. Let's just say he's not around anymore.
He's not around? Nick, what does he mean Mr. Edgeworth isn't around?
Exactly what he said. He's not around. Edgeworth is gone. Don't say his name again, okay?
Nick!
The ringmaster of the circus was murdered, wasn't he?
Yep, last night around 10 p.m. He died outside in the cold. Pretty sad way to go out if you ask me, pal.
It was rather cold.
This is the scene of the crime, pal. The body was found right over here. Right about where you're standing now. I'm gonna have to ask you to move.
Ah!
Surprised you didn't, I?
I'm not laughing.
Excuse me, but do you mind telling me what happened to the victim?
He was killed by a blow to the noggin, pal. It's pretty clear cut as far as murders go. He was discovered quickly. But there's just one thing that doesn't quite fit.
Ha! There's always seems to be something that doesn't quite fit.
What was the one thing that didn't quite fit? The thing you mentioned earlier.
Footprints, pal. Footprints.
Footprints?
Look at this picture of the crime scene.
What's this? This wooden box under the body?
No clue, pal. Some forensics experts took it back in and are examining it now.
And what's so mysterious about the footprints?
Whoa, calm down now. Take a look at the footprints in this picture.
The victim's footprints are on the scene.
That's right, pal. The problem is...
The killer's footprints aren't there!
Bingo! Where did the killer come from, and where did the killer run off to? Obviously, there's no way the killer committed this crime while flying.
A flying culprit. That's when something just clicked in my head. Fuck.
There's no way! Flying is impossible!
That's right. Flying is impossible. Absolutely impossible.
What's with the hollow laugh, pal?
I mean nothing by it, pal. Better stated, it means I don't want to talk about it. Maybe I can get some info about Max out of him. Crime photo added to the court record. Have you seen this? I'm an attorney.
Come on! You flashed that badge at me so many times it doesn't work anymore. Why don't you try wearing a different badge every now and again?
Well, I do have a Steel Samurai badge with me.
You do?
How about that one?
I'll only wear it if Detective Gumshoe carries a Steel Samurai police badge.
Then it's a deal. I hear that Detective Gumshoe has that very badge.
What?
Don't look at me like that. You're making me nervous.
Looks like Max is the most unpopular guy in the circus tents. You know what they say? All toasters toast toast. A bad attitude follows you around everywhere.
He's a bit arrogant, but he didn't seem that bad.
But just because he has a bad attitude doesn't make them a criminal.
Not just his attitude, I got proof, pal.
Huh?
He left something at the scene of the crime. One of his magician's trademarks. An incredibly well-made silk hat.
Well, it does have a very classy decorative elements.
Silk hat added to the court record. Made to order hat that is a symbol of Max fabulousness found at the crime scene.
Max uses a cloak, silk hat, and white roses as his signature symbols.
Pretty mundane, aren't they?
Who cares if they're mundane? At least they are easy to understand. I must have hit a nerve.
That's what he said.
Who said?
The eyewitness.
Eh?
Tell us about the eyewitness.
I'm making a real strange, tired-looking face here.
Are you sure you weren't born looking like that?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? I wish I was more lively. Right now I'm just tired. My feet hurt.
Well, there's not much you can do about that, so you just gotta keep on being tired.
You got it, boss.
Glad I stayed out of that one.
Please don't show me Francisca von Karma. You're going down this time, pal.
Oh, is that right?
She's been practicing 1,000 cracks a day, pal.
Cracks. Wait, you don't mean cracks of the...
Yep, cracks of the whip.
So about the eyewitness.
Ho, 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 ho. You know I'm not gonna tell you about that. That's the prosecution's trump card.
Oh well.
Oh, I just remembered.
What?
I forgot to mention that you two are barred from entering that lodging house.
Why is that?
Oh, no reason. I just remember something I remembered to tell you.
It must be because that's where the eyewitness is. Let's check it out.
Don't you dare, pal. He's not here yet. December 28th. Very big circus. Big top. Circus stage sure doesn't look this small from out in the audience.
Wow, this is where they all perform, isn't it? Nick, do some somersaults.
I'm not doing any somersaults.
Why not? You look like you'd be great at it.
Why do I look like I'd be great at somersaults?
Huh? Nick?
It wasn't me. Oh no! It's a JPEG of a tiger.
Tiger!
He's coming this way!
Ah!
Phoenix Wright is dead. Okay. What button can we do that? We'll do that button.
Nick, you're too young to die. Stay here. Stay healed.
I'm still here. I'm not dead yet.
Nick, are you okay? Scared you, didn't I? Regent is such a cute tiger, isn't he?
Who the fuck are you?
What's the matter? You two sure are quiet. Don't what's the matter, me? Nick, he almost died there. Huh? He wasn't anywhere close to getting hurt, let alone dying. This little tiger hardly ever bites people. Besides, people normally never get to play with a wild tiger, right? So if you think about it, you're actually really lucky.
Huh?
You agree, don't you?
I guess.
What do you mean, you guess? What are you agreeing with her? Woohoo! Your costume! It's cute! I want to try it on. Costume? You mean my clothes? You don't mind letting me try it on, right? Oh, I guess not. Really? You're the best.
Wow, the tables turned quickly on that one. So much for the tiger thing.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Regina Barry, the renowned animal tamer of the Barry Big Circus. My name's Maya Fey. I'm a spirit medium.
Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. You put us up next to an animal tamer, I bet we look really odd.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
What happened? Hey, Regina, do you know what happened last night? You mean the murder?
Uh-huh.
My dad was murdered.
Oh,
Wait, did she just say? So the ringmaster was your... Yep, the ringmaster was my dad. I'm sorry about what happened to him. Why do you say you're sorry? Huh? He was an asshole. Anyway, everyone was here practicing last night.
even your dad?
No, he was dead. Yes, everyone was here. We finished up around 10 p.m. After that, everyone went off on their own. I was the only one who stayed around here. Why did you do that? I was playing with the Regent.
Regent. So she was with that beast.
That's when the police showed up, and they took me to check things out. Dad was dead.
Someone whose father was just murdered. She seems awfully perky. I wish she would tell us more about her dad. That's incredible that you are an animal tamer.
Animal tamer? If you say so. It has to be really scary. Scary? Why? Huh? Regent isn't scary. He's cute. Ever since Leon died, Regent has been my best friend.
Leon.
Yes, Leon the Lion.
Leon the Lion. Regent and Regina. Interesting name choices.
Leon. He died? Yes, actually he was killed. My dad killed him. What? Why did he do that? I'm not sure why he did it. It's tough not to get charmed when she looks at you with those innocent eyes.
I'm an attorney. What about this? What can you tell me?
I'm not really good at figuring out hard things. Really, you too? I understand exactly what you mean.
I never expected Maya to make a new friend in a strange place like this.
It's Max! Hey! Where's Max nowadays?
You don't know?
Nope.
He's been arrested. He is charged with the murder of your father.
It's okay, Nick and I will help him. Max isn't the guy, is he? I mean, the criminal.
Of course he's not.
I'm worried about so many things right now. Like what? After practice was over, Dad went right back to his room.
His room?
His room? Yes. That door right over there leads to the ringmaster's room. I don't know why, but he went off to his room in a hurry. I wonder what happened.
The ringmaster's room. It's probably a good idea to check it out for myself. What's on your mind?
Regina, what's the matter? What's on your mind? I'll tell you, Maya, but just you.
Huh?
Well... What? Really? And then... Oh my, that's incredible, Regina. Come on, Nick. There's no reason to pout.
Don't worry about me.
Regina told me that someone professed their love to her.
Professed their love?
Not only that, it was Maximilian Galactica.
Wonder how many people have stolen one of his hearts anyways.
And then on the exact same day, another person professed their love for her as well.
What?
Who? Who was it? Someone named Trilo.
Trilo.
Apparently he's a tenor who sings in the circus.
Haven't met him yet.
Regina seems to be quite the hit with the men in the circus.
She must have some sort of strange power over them.
You're not kidding. 2 people in one day? Even I want to profess my love for her.
Cool trophies.
This was the ringmaster's room.
Yes, this room belonged to the victim, which means this must be where Max met the ringmaster last night.
Now that you mention it, that is what he said.
I wonder what... That's an interesting poster.
Ah, the poster of Max. I want it. I want it. Nick, I want it.
I want to get out of here.
There's a lot of posters here, don't you think?
There are indeed.
So many posters that they aren't likely to miss one, are they?
Maya, we're supposed to be the honest ones around here.
But you didn't even notice that I took one.
She's already swiped one. You're incorrigible, you know that. Max G poster promo, emblazoned with Max's 3 famous symbols. Table for guests. There's some papers scattered on top.
Oh, look at this. Max's salary written on this piece of paper. Yikes!
What is it?
I didn't know that a magician. This salary is incredible.
She looked like she's ready to pass out from the shock. How much is it? How much is it?
That much? Incredible, huh?
You can say that again. This must be the paper they used to negotiate Max's salary. Ringmaster signed and dated it.
What's the matter, Nick?
Max definitely got a raise. But this document is dated a week ago. Max's papers, Ringmaster's papers, documents related to Max's salary negotiations. He got an enormous raise 1 week ago. Yeah, I think that's all we need from this room. I'm going to move a little fast through this case, if only because I don't like some of the characters in it.
Look over there. What? There's someone over there. Excuse me.
Hello?
Wow, he sure is a quiet one. Excuse me.
What? Me? Yes, you. You work at the circus, don't you? No, I'm just your everyday average Joe.
An average Joe who just happens to hang out at the circus. I don't think so.
Yes, I am. I got nothing to do with what's going on here. He's lying. Like any regular person would hang around the circus dressed like that. The circus? Fuck you. I'm an attorney. My name is Phoenix Wright.
I'm a spirit medium. My name is Maya.
Well, I'm just happen to be passing by. I don't suppose you happen to be some kind of carny. Not a carny. I'm a performer, actually. I'm a ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist?
I'm Benjamin Woodman.
Your last Woodman is Woodman?
Yes, that's right, but everyone calls me Ben.
Ah, yes. That's your alias, right?
I believe they call it a stage name. Okay, let's talk to you. Excuse me, Ben. Yes, you mean me? About the murder, I'd like to talk to you about the details, if I may. Really, I'm just a regular normal guy. I don't know, This guy's so nervous, he's creeping me out.
Nick, cheer up, just try and smile. Would you mind telling us something about Max? Maximilian Galactica.
Max? He's not very nice. Did he just say that Max is not very nice? Oh, my head hurts. My head hurts. Yikes, I hope he's okay. It sounded like he just popped a gasket.
Ben, so you're a ventriloquist?
No. I'm just a regular guy. You already told us that you were a ventriloquist. Yes.
Nick, don't yell at him. You can't do that. I can't help it. He's making me nervous. Ben, would you mind showing us some of your skills as a ventriloquist?
Okie dokie. Well, right now, why? Ah, he's contagious. Okie dokie. Not here. December 28th, lodging house, first floor, Mo's room. Hello, Koblabo! Congratulations, you're the big winner! The 1 millionth visitor to the room of Mr. Mo Curls, aka me. Earplugs must find earplugs. To celebrate this momentous occasion, would you care for an organic grape? Just one. Did you get my joke right there? I will start giving you more than one. No. If it was funny, it's your duty as a human being to laugh. People don't usually laugh. Are usually last seen in Lansing. Catch my drift? Maya? It's like some Faustian nightmare.
Come on, it was funny. Clowns are always funny in my book.
In my book, they're just funny looking. Yo, fuck you! You should have great taste in clothes, girlie. Look at that gob.
You look like Renegade. Oh! I'm going home.
No, Nick, you can't!
You know, I can excuse a bad joke or two, but this stooge keeps laughing at his own jokes. That's what I object to.
Okay, I get it. But you have to admit, he's kind of funny.
No, I do not have to admit that, because he isn't.
The very big circus.
Could you please tell us more about the Very Big Circus?
It's a very big story. Are you sure you have got that time? And the hits just keep on coming. This circus has been in business for 20 years. They all performed under the guidance of the ringmaster, Russell Berry.
20 years? Wow.
Working in the circus is never easy, especially nowadays. With movies, TV, and bowling, there's too much competition.
But I love the circus.
I love it too. That's why I've been here for 20 years. We work hard to keep the show running, and no one sends the clowns in on us.
Nick, you're just making a joke. Laugh.
Har 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 har. The ringmaster was a real big shot in the circus world, a real class act. Even when there are no performers, Russell would always use his own money to pay me, because he knew I had a family to care for. He was happy to take care of his employees.
Nice to see.
How could anyone do that to such a wonderful man? Mo. What?
I'm sorry, Mo. Nick was born without a sense of humor.
Don't worry about it. How can you fault someone for being born that way? Let's talk about the murder. Let's see. Must have taken place around 10 p.m. last night. After rehearsals were finished, I was tuckered out, so I came back here. After I went to bed, that's when I caught a peek of it. Caught a peek? Of the crime. Just as we suspected. This clown's the eyewitness to the crime. The ringmaster was truly ahead of his time. He would have always added new elements to his show. New elements? When you've been the performer for a long time, your act starts to get a little stale. I realize that even my act can get a bit long in the tooth. Sometimes my jokes can be a bit old-fashioned. A bit long in the tooth. But that make-believers takes things too far.
Make-believer?
The magician, the one that thinks he's all high and mighty. He had the goal to say to me, "You're one of those funny types, right?" What does he mean, one of those? Do we have the joke's on him now? On him. Yep, he's got on everyone's nerves. The day of the murder.
Go ahead.
Nope, no way. Just forget I said anything. I bet he's still hiding something about Max. Hi! You say you saw the crime. Do you mind telling me what you saw? Well, the police told me that I can't share my story with others. Don't say a word, pal. I'm gonna have to let those lips stay zipped.
That's not fair!
I guess you're right. Maybe I can tell you a few details. But only if you can get the old stiff lips here to make with the funny. Stiff lips? Wait, do you mean me?
Nick, you can do it!
What's the matter? Just getting ready. Okay. Do you know why I'm Phoenix Wright and my greatest attorney? Because I'm right all the time.
At least his expectations are low.
I wouldn't let him quit his day job. Yeesh, cut a guy some slack. At least it was funnier than Chuckles over here. It wasn't the greatest joke I've heard, but you did try. So, I'll tell you what I saw.
I'm sorry he's incapable of being a funny, Mo.
Don't worry. Laugh or the hostages die. That night, once I had tucked myself in the bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thwomp. Once I heard it, I jumped out of bed, and that's what I saw. You're right, my voice. I should use my actual clown voice. Without hesitation, without a doubt, it was a magician. That's all I saw, but it just proves how terrible that man actually is. He knows more about Max than he's letting on. Tell me about Max. If he thinks he can kill the ringmaster, it's only just that he should die too.
Oh, when I saw you. I like seeing you. No!
Sorry, I crossed the line, but he truly is a disgusting human being.
Why do you hate him so much?
Let me just tell you this one story. The morning before the murder, something terrible happened. Max clocked Ben right over the head as hard as...
Ben? The ventriloquist with the speech impediment? Phoenix, what the fuck?
You should go to the cafeteria and investigate for yourselves.
The cafeteria?
Let's just say there's gotta be something interesting there. Oh, yes. The very big circus is big, isn't it? You should always carry a map with you to get around.
Ah, thanks. This is an atlas.
Oh, I killed myself, really. I'm dying here. Coronary.
Now he's just laughing to hear his own voice. Circus map added to the court record. Alright. That's it for clown time.
Hey, I'm walking here.
We gotta go to the cafeteria. Keep our cafeteria clean. Uh-oh.
Ew, this place is gross.
This must be because of last night. They didn't have time to clean up after dinner because of the murder.
That reminds me, what was it that Mo said?
He said that yesterday morning, Max clunked Ben over the head here.
He also said that there's gotta be something interesting here. Nick, what's gotta be interesting?
Don't ask. Okay, I know what we're looking for.
We need to get back to clown time.
What's this? Must be a juice bottle or something. Fuck.
Ah, watch out, Nick, there's broken glass all over the floor.
A broken bottle just lying in the middle of the floor.
Do you think it means anything?
There's gotta be something interesting there. Huh? Looks like we're gonna have to go back and meet with him.
Him?
Broken bottle. A broken juice bottle that was found broken on the cafeteria floor.
Would you mind taking a look at this?
Yeah, you're not gonna say anything.
I'm walking here. Hello?
What do you think about this? Anything come to mind?
You want some advice on your development as a comedian, right? I see. Well, this is what you do. When you tell a joke, imagine everyone's wearing underwear and dancing the lambada.
I think that's enough advice for now.
Nick, he was giving you good advice. Don't be so close-minded.
What do you think about this?
Clown! Ah!
What's the matter?
Whenever I see my own nose, I'm reminded of my Italian heritage.
Ah, I see. Must be because you have one of those Roman noses, Roman all over your face.
Girlie, you went a little too far there.
I didn't cross the line there, did I?
You went so far past it, you need a map to get back. His name is Lawrence!
Alright, I know exactly where we have to go. December 28th, Detention Center Visitors Room. You better not be. Oh, it's my two sweeties. Welcome to the detention center.
Did he just call me his sweetie again?
What's on today's agenda? What can I help you with?
Well, we've gathered quite a few clues.
Wah! Wonderfully fabulous. Fabulous.
That's why we came to meet with you again.
What's wrong? Quit making such a scary face.
Okay then, Max. Let's make this absolutely fabulous.
Into the chain dimension with you.
Meeting with Russell. Last night you met with the ringmaster, correct? To negotiate your salary and such.
Exactly. We reached an agreement about the salary for my 6-month-old contract.
That's the truth? The whole truth?
What do you mean?
You just went to his office to negotiate your new salary.
I hate lies, and I hate liars even more. What are you insinuating? Do you have any proof that I did something other than negotiate my fee last night? Oh, fuck.
It was on the table in the ringmaster's room. You weren't lying when you said that you received quite a raise.
Is there a problem with being well compensated?
Not with the compensation, just the dates. This is dated a week ago. Max, you finished your contract negotiations a week ago.
Fabulous. Alright, I'll tell you the truth. That night, the ringmaster called me to his room.
He called you. Why did he do that?
Sorry, sweetie. That's private.
The ringmaster called him. I wonder if there was some sort of problem. Max, perhaps you could share with me what you two spoke about?
Well, not if I don't have to.
Isn't this why the ringmaster called you into his room that night? Isn't this why you were called to the ringmaster's room that night?
Where did you get that?
The cafeteria. But you already knew that, didn't you?
Of course. It fell and broke on the floor.
He's still hiding something else. Max.
What is it, my sweetie?
It didn't fall and break on the floor. You used this bottle to...
Ben.
That's right. You nailed Ben Tennyson over the head with this bottle, didn't you? And that's why you got called to the ringmaster's room that night.
Fabulous. You might as well be a magician.
Unlock successful.
We heard a lot about you at the circus, Max.
Ah, you must mean from the dinosaurs. How were those Jurassic geriatrics?
Max, you aren't very popular with the other performers, are you?
Yes, sweetie, that's what they call jealousy. Jealousy. They are absolutely jealous of my absolutely fabulous self. People who really understand can see the obvious differences between us.
People who really understand?
For instance, my sweetie pie.
So Regina understands him, huh?
I understand on getting married to her. I plan on getting married to her. She is truly my sweetie pie princess.
Wow, that's so cool.
It's already in the works.
Oh?
So you met with the ringmaster on the night of the murder.
Yes, I was with him around 10 p.m. Once I was done with practice, I went to his room right after we finished.
They found the ringmaster's body in the plaza in front of the lodging house.
Yeah, I heard about that. He needed to step out for a bit, so I waited in his room for him to return.
Huh?
Sorry, Max, I have something I must attend to right now. You mind waiting here for me right here?
It's pretty cold outside. Where's your coat?
It's alright. I'll be right back. It should only take about 10 minutes.
That motherfucker didn't come back.
And then?
I waited for him, but he never came back.
Did he go to the plaza where the body was discovered?
Possibly. The snow had tampered off a bit, but it was still very cold outside. But I have no idea where he went off to. The truth is, yesterday morning, during breakfast, we had a run-in.
You mean you had a fight with Ben the ventriloquist?
You could put it that way.
Why did you fight with him? Ben seems like such a quiet man.
We fought about my sweetie pie.
You mean Regina?
That ill-bred creep told my sweetie pie princess that he was in love with her. Would you put up with that?
Ill-bred? Are you talking about the same Ben?
Told her he was in love with her. Are you sure this is Ben we're talking about?
All I can say is that he made me mad and that I had to tap him on his hard head. That's when the ringmaster called me and I realized that it was my chance.
Your chance.
That's when I went to his room and I laid it all out on the table. I asked him to let me marry my sweetie pie.
What?
The ringmaster told me that. It sounds good to me. He definitely said that. You can go ask him. Oh wait, he's dead. That's why my sweetie pie is my sweetie pie and no one else's.
I see.
Since Ben was causing me so much trouble, I realized I had to shut him up.
Shut him up. Shut him up.
What do you mean by shut him up?
You don't know, do you, my sweeties? Trilo can't say a word, not without Ben.
Trilo?
The puppet. The ventriloquist puppet. His real name is Trilo Queast.
But a puppet doesn't talk.
I know, that's why I hid it. Before the police came and took me away, of course. If that puppet started flapping off at the balsa, I'd be screwed.
You hit him! You mean the ventriloquist puppet?
You're so smart, sweetie.
Where did you hide him?
What, sweetie? You're thinking of trying to add him to my defense, are you?
Well, Ben does seem awfully lonely without his puppet.
Fabulous! That should have taught him a lesson. Okay, I hid Trilo in the ringmaster's room. You don't mind going there and getting Trilo for me, do you, sweets?
No problem, none at all. Thank you, Max.
You know, I can't stand to see my sweeties in a jam.
And why? Then don't go hiding, puppets! I don't want to talk to you anymore. Fuck.
Huh, Ben's not here anymore.
Yeah, I wanted to ask him something.
It's cold out, he's probably in the tent.
December 28th.
What do you think, Nick? I wonder if we've been making any progress.
Don't be so negative. Of course we're making progress.
But everybody loved the ringmaster, and there's no sign of footprints on the scene. There's still a lot of mysteries left to be solved.
Of course.
And now Regina isn't here.
I'm not seeing how that's related. December 28th. Ringmaster's room.
It looks the same as always, a great big mess. Considering how messy it is, I bet they wouldn't notice if another poster went missing.
Will you just stop it, you poster pilferer?
I'm just kidding. You know, I already got one of those posters.
You mean stole one of those posters?
Yeah, let's focus on what Max told us. He said that he hid Trilo somewhere in this room.
Trilo. Oh, the ventriloquist puppet. The ventriloquist's puppet.
Nick, look at the cute trophies.
Indeed. Just look at all the awards the circus has won.
Like All Country Quiz Champions, Ringmasters Association Mini Golf Master, Beer Belly Balloon Bounce Champ, Pet Grooming Grand Prix. Wow! The Ringmaster was multi-talented in ways I could have never imagined. Something shoved under the bookshelf. This is... That's Trilo! That's Ben's puppet! I think you're right. We'll give it back to him later. Trilo was handed over to Maya. Why do I have to carry this thing? I don't fucking want to hold it. Let's talk to Mo again. Hey, Mo! Hello, we have a puppet for you. Fuck. You were in the cafeteria, weren't you? Oh, hey, Ben. Hello. Hello to you two. It's awfully cold today, don't you agree? Yeah, I do indeed. Don't you think it's cold, Nick? I don't see how talking about the weather is helping our case. Puppet. Ah, Ben, this is yours, isn't it? Yes, that's mine. Here you go. Triloquist, return to Ben. Alrighty, Maya, let's get going. It's that time, isn't it? See you around, Ben. Okay. So, Nick, where are we going next? Let's see, maybe we should go talk to the clown. Hey, wait! Who said that? What are you looking at? I'm right here, you blind wench. What's the problem anyway? Don't you know when to go? Don't you know how to properly greet someone? Turn around and shake my hand. This is someone's rant, Sona. No, I would never. It was me. Yeah, me down here. You're Trilo? That's Mr. Quister, you sir. Learn some manners before you just blurt my name. Now try speaking to me again, but this time with some proper respect. Again. Mr. Queast, is that better? No, look at me when I'm talking to you. The 8-bit excuse for an attorney. Trilo, we talked about insulting people. You promised. But he was mocking me. Not being mean to bullies were not included in the deal. I'm sorry, Trilo. Nick, what just happened? Trilo's still a puppet, right? I'm sure. Hey, what do you think you're talking about calling me a puppet? Okay, let's talk to you. What happened? Tell us what you know about the murder. You talking to me? I said you wasn't talking to me. Don't you look at him when you're talking to me. Triloquist, you behave, young man. Shut up, Woody. What murder are you talking about? You mean the one where they off the old man? I guess so. No need to make such a fuss about things. That old butt peanuts, old peanuts. Trilo, you can't say things like that. I didn't raise you to be that kind of puppet. Don't you have nerve pills or something to take right now? These two are really an odd couple, aren't they, Nick? Okay, I'll talk. Gramps got clobbered over the head. Let me lay it all out for you. The pay sucks, the clown sucks, and my partner has his hand up my pants. Your partner? You mean Ben? Yeah, the creepy old guy who never finds it in himself to leave me alone. Tell him to back off for me, will ya? He's just another one of the dorks lying around here. Oh, my. But I'll be fair, in this cesspool of human garbage masquerading as performers, I found my Madonna. Your Madonna. Regina! My lovely Regina! She's stunning, right, Ben? Well,
I'm not sure if I would go that far.
You have to excuse him, he doesn't understand of what he speaks. I, on the other hand, am appreciative of true beauty, hence why I shall marry her. Marry? The ringmaster got knocked upside his cheap head by that flying fraud.
You mean Max Galactica? Why do you say that? Trilo, straighten up. Don't accuse people like that.
Straighten up! I'm made of wood! Besides, you were there, you know what happened.
You were there?
If you're so interested, I'll let you in on the fix. You're gonna marry Regina? That's right, she doesn't quite realize the joy awaits her, does she?
I think I'm beginning to see why she seemed troubled. Well,
I don't care, it's my choice, not hers. We're getting hitched.
I know you think that, but... But what?
I gave her a special gift. I gave her the wonderful gift of song. You gave her a song? Well, I am a renowned tenor. You'd be happy to know that I've decided to grace you with one of my songs.
Me. I want you to touch me. I want you to kiss me. I want you to...
The rest is private. Well, the melody is pretty good.
But those lyrics... I think they need a little work.
Who asked you? I'm the artist here.
Thanks, now that Trilo's here. Now that Trilo's here, does that mean you can talk normally now?
Hey, buttface!
Ah!
You must be looking forward to tomorrow, aren't you, Mr. Ambulance Chaser? You know, it's time to get rid of that pesky magician once and for all. Trilo? Enough jibber jabber, let's get to court already.
Hey, wait a second.
Nick, what's going on?
He's a witness for tomorrow's trial.
Ah.
Okay. You're back.
What in the world happened with Ben and Trilo?
Quite a pair, those two. Where'd that... Ooh. The monkey. Oh no, now what?
Oh, yo!
I was killed by the monkey that day.
Hey, welcome back, Nick.
The monkey. Ah, my badge!
That monkey stole it. What? Mr. Attorney, that face was so cute. You looked so completely dumbfounded. Regina! You, that monkey! Hey, don't need to get angry, okay? But my attorney's badge! Don't worry, I'll help you out.
Okay. If you say so. If I don't get my badge back, how can I flash it?
By the way, that monkey's name is Money. Money the monkey. His name is Money. Monkey.
Probably have to talk to you about the monkey, actually. The monkey is called Money?
Yes.
Well, the rich ape just stole my attorney's badge. Mind if I get that back?
I'll see what I can do. Even I have money problems.
Whenever Money sees something shiny, he takes it back home.
Haha, that's pretty funny.
Well, I guess I just have to find out where Money disappeared to.
I think that's your best bet. You should probably ask Uncle Mo. He might know.
Fuck yeah, I get to talk to Mo again.
Huh? You don't know? Well, Money isn't exactly someone I'm on friendly terms with. What? He's not really the kind of animal I work with, even if he does need taming. Oh, I see.
Go to Mo's. I guess it's time that I revisit that kooky clown. Fuck yeah.
Do you mind telling us a bit about Ben? Ben? Oh, you mean the guy that is always hanging around with Trilo? What do you mean, hanging around? Well, he was there when Trilo told me that he was in love with me.
Trilo told you that he was in love with you.
Yes, he did. Kind of cute, don't you think? He's so smart and he's such a wonderful singer. I love him. But, what about Ben? What about Ben? He's got nothing to do with me loving Trilo.
Like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of the circus.
Regina, you were proposed to, weren't you? Proposed to? Nope. That won't be for a while. Really? That's strange, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah, Max and Trilo both said otherwise. They said they asked for her hand in marriage.
Ah, but Max only talked to the ringmaster about it.
I forgot about that. Yes to the ringmaster for her hand, not Regina directly.
So I guess Trilo hasn't asked her directly yet. What? He's going to propose to me? I'm so confused. How about you, Maya?
What?
What do you think I should go for, Max or Trilo?
Wait. You do realize that Trilo is a puppet?
Uh-huh. I don't care that he's a bit stiff.
Oh boy. Back to the fucking clown. Fuck yeah. The clown is easily the best part of this whole case. Is Gumshoe going?
Huh? Detective Gumshoe took off already.
Yeah, probably because we ditched him earlier. I bet he and the other cops got lonely and headed back to the precinct.
Oh my! And this is Mr. Ryan all the time! It's alright to be wrong every now and then, right?
See, Nick, it just took a while for the joke to find its audience.
So what can I do for you? Do you remember a good joke you wanted to tell me? Lumberjail, or maybe just pull my finger and let me have it.
We're gonna get the same sound effect either way, aren't we?
How'd you know I put a whoopee cushion on the chair? You really know what it takes to be a clown, don't you?
I'm saving that screenshot.
Excuse me.
So, how about Regina?
Regina's such a pure, innocent child.
She's such a cutie, too.
She was born and raised in the circus, you know. But that means she doesn't really know much about the world outside of the big top.
Sounds like Pearly.
Uh-huh. Every child's dream of the circus is her everyday reality.
She lives in a dream world.
She sees dancing wild animals, men flying in the air, and one very funny clown every day. The funny thing is, all that seems normal to her because it is her everyday life.
I guess that explains why she thinks she can marry a ventriloquist's puppet.
Don't ask me if reality is a good thing or bad thing, though. A clown sees life simply, without complications.
Have you ever heard of a monkey named Money?
Ah, yes, money.
He stole my attorney's badge.
Well, money does love shiny objects. Makes sense that he'd swipe your badge. But under no circumstances can you chase after him.
Huh? Why's that?
Oh, I know. You don't want to get involved in any monkey business, right?
Exactly! Bravo! Bravo! Enough joking around, though. Money isn't considered a member of Regina's family.
Then who does he belong to?
I'll be happy to take you to where Zona is saying.
You mean right now?
Of course! I'm not under witness protection. Shall we go?
Should we go with him now or wait a while? Go with fucking Bo. This is Venom's apartment.
This is it. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? I can't breathe.
Don't be such a wimp. You only had to climb 2 flights of stairs. Anyways, this is the place. Acro's room. Acro. He's an acrobat. It seems like he's not around today.
Huh? The big pile of junk over in the corner.
I don't think I'd be wrong to assume that Phoenix stuff is over there too. Just be careful to make sure you've got the right stuff.
Thanks, Mo. See you later.
Monkey the Money, added to the court record. A money who takes care of Acro, habitually gathers all sorts of shiny objects.
Holy cow! There's a fork, a mirror, everything's shiny. There's even a really cheap-looking knockoff wristwatch.
Look at this. It's a trophy. That's really heavy.
Nick, I found it! Your badge! It's right here!
Attorney's badge returned to its rightful spot on lapel. Thanks. You really saved me.
Huh? What's the matter? Did you find something?
Yeah. Check this out.
It's a ring!
There's something engraved on it. From T to R. A cheap ring with an eerie sparkle from T to R is engraved on it. Well, I think it's about time we wrap up our investigation.
You think we'll win in court tomorrow?
Who knows? Even I can't imagine what kind of testimony will come out of tomorrow. I'm guessing Mo will be a witness in court tomorrow. Fuck yeah. Mo and maybe the puppets.
Don't worry, Nick. No matter what, we've still got our magician on our side.
That's good. Because we might need some magic tomorrow. To be continued. And that is the end of today's episode. Let me leave. December 29th. Nope. We're waiting until tomorrow, my friend. We are doing this the hard way. So, we'll put my music back on. I'd like to thank you for joining the stream today. It's been an honor, and I had a lot of fun. Before we leave, I'm going to do a favor for one of my friends, see if any of them are streaming. You don't have to stay. Just let's do some things. Yeah, this guy's streaming. Okay, we are going to raid an individual I know as Sauce Deputy. Right now he's doing a Sonic Robo Blast 2 cart. I don't know what that is, but we sure are gonna find out. Thank you for joining. It was fun. Let's have a blast.